started doing weekly sessions, and we're going to go on and play it on a and it works well because it's game testing, but it also, it's just fun. We just hang out and stuff. But I need content, which, so basically before each session, which are Wednesday nights, I need to make a module. So I came up with this idea. I've been thinking about it since we played on Wednesday because I didn't really have an idea what to do next. But I finally came up with an idea. I'm going to have the guys get lost. By the way, if you're one of the people who plays with me, you're not allowed to watch this because this gives away. I'm going to try to have some surprises. But anyway, I'm going to have the guys get lost in the woods on the way back from the first adventure. So I've named this thing Lost Under the Forest. I had this other idea, and then I realized I really didn't know what to do with it. But this is brand new. I haven't done anything with this yet. So I'm starting from zero here. That they get lost on the way back, and they get lost on the way back. I'm trying to describe and draw at the same time, and I can't do that many things at once. I want big enough here that they can negotiate this corner without it being ridiculous. Okay. I'm going to put some spawn points. Anyway, the basic story I'm going to tell is that they were trying to get back to the town from the raid, and they got lost, and it got dark, and they were stumbling around in the dark, and they fell into a pit trap, and that's where this is going to start. So we're going to put some spawn points. Now I only have 2 players. But I have a few other people. It's not going to hurt to put a bunch of spawn points because it just, if I don't have that many players, the game just won't use them. But this way, the players can spawn, and then I'm going to have this guy basically come in with the idea that this is a pit trap. They capture people, and then they steal their stuff. But they don't expect people to be actually armed. So when they turn up armed and everything, they're able to kill this little guy and get off with no problem at all. I added this little thing. I can edit these guys and give them a name. Which, it's one of those things. It's not the most exciting thing in the world, but it's kind of cool. Anyway, so now I want to right click and it just doesn't work. I should probably capture the right click button and make it do something useful. I'm not really sure what I wanted to do when I do it, but so one of the things we learned playing it is the way the game is right now, moving is not fun or interesting to the game. So as a result, it really doesn't benefit the game any to have things far apart. So what I'm thinking of doing here is putting a bunch of rooms, pretty close together so that there's just constantly something to do. And on the flip side, this is kind of boring. But, put some bigger guys in here. Give them something a little bit challenging to hit on. And then what I'll do, just to mess them up, I'll give them a treasure chest. Generally speaking, don't do treasure chests because nobody... the design of the system, I'm still trying to work through some of the details. The design of the system is basically you use the treasure chest, at the end. One of the things I'm going to try to do is avoid packing everything in too tight. I mean, one of the things I've tended to do in the past is pack everything in so it's the smallest area possible, and I don't know that the game needs that. And also, if it does, that's actually a problem that should be resolved. Let's give them choices. What do you say? Level design just isn't very exciting. This is where I wish some people would show up at these podcasts or at these streams or whatever the heck you want to call them, and tell me, like, what do you think the game needs to make the levels more exciting? Let's try something here. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do here. Let's try to make some kind of crazy room. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with that. Let's give them a treasure for dealing with that. And then let's give them... Give me a way to spice it up if I want to. And if they're grinding through this too quick, I can drag these guys out and mob them. Let's make exits this way and this way. And we already have this down here, so we'll make this come around somehow. Maybe I'll just actually instead go that way. Wow, that is slow. I'm going to have to look at what I can do to improve that. It takes a long time to draw. Thing is once it's drawn, it's fine, but... So anyway, what I was thinking about doing is this. Of course, this wouldn't be any fun without something in here to fight with. So, put these guys in here. See, I think the problem with this, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put all imps in here. So what I can do with the imp level, what I can do is when they come in and they get into a fight, I can have these guys come in and just mob them. Because they're imps, they'll take them off pretty quick. So what I can do here, so instead of having a big boss fight, it's like fighting a bunch of little guys. So I'll have extra imps. In fact, you can never have too many mooks, right? And I'll have imps in here, but I'll have a big guy too. Now, I think at this volume, this is going to be a bit of a challenge. These guys, I still think, because it's like two goblins are a decent fight. Two orcs are, it's like a 50-50 chance the players are going to lose when you're dealing with two players. And the problem here is like if I end up with some guests, which I actually was going to talk to some people and see if anyone was interested in playing. This will be an interesting intro. This is going to be mostly easy, but I can bring guys in. So the way to handle that is to remember what button to click on. Is they come in here and they get into a fight, I can bring backup in. Oops. I could bring backup, right? Backup in, and basically come in behind him and scare the crap out of him. And that ought to scare the crap out of him. I'm thinking having treasure chests periodically ought to make the thing more exciting. I mean, the problem is all the treasure chests I ever have right now is gold, so it's kind of uninteresting by comparison. But so I didn't want the map to be linear, and it's already not. I mean, they can come in here, they can turn and go down this way without going here yet. And once they're here, they can go this way or this way. The idea is basically to make it so one GM cache can be used for, you know, multiple so I can put a couple of imps in here, and then a couple here, and then a couple here, and I have the, in fact I could put more here. Just kind of floating in limbo, but I can move them into the rooms. Like if they come into here and they don't do so well or whatever. I mean, it's kind of stupid because, I mean, I can move them anywhere, but I have like less GM caches, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if it makes a difference. I need a better story to it. That's what I think. One of the things that's bothering me is just having them wandering around, kill things. It gets old real quick. So I need a story. I need something for them to discover. And I really don't have a real good idea, except for basically if this is like some kind of a trap. But I've been trying to figure out some way to have a story, and the story kind of dictates the map layout. I don't know, you also think we want to play for like a certain amount of time and be done. I don't know how big of a map to make before this just gets tedious and we've been playing it for too long. I mean, I feel like you come in here to play this, you start here and you're going to hit this guy, and then, you know, if you hit everything, you hit these 3 rooms, you come down through here and you hit these guys. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you count this room as 1 encounter, that's 6, 7, 8. I mean, you're up to 8 separate combat encounters. I think this can be over. I am going to wrap it up. In fact, I'm just going to leave the end open. Which is funny because it would allow the players to just run off the map. Nah, I'm not going to leave the end open. It needs to be like an end of map thing. And I guess I'll put another treasure. So I think that's a relatively small, but I mean, it's interesting. I have this other thing that I added, which is useless to me because I'm playing the same one. But for like, if I were going to send this module out, I say, so now I have this note here that now this won't appear on the map for the players, but when the GM gets this, he'll be able to read these notes, and I can have as many of them as I want, and it'll tell the GM, you know, what to do at certain points. So whoever designed the module can use that to tell the GM what the intent was, like what the story is behind the module. I think that's going to be that for it. Bump-da. I hope you found this video interesting. You can find out more about the game by following the links in the description of the video. It'd also be helpful if you like the video and subscribe to the channel, because that'll help spread the word, or you could just flat out tell your friends about it.